Hello, hey up, hoi. Welcome back to our channel It Takes Dutch Courage, where we are documenting our journey of renovating a 2-hectare quinta, brewing beer and hiking in the wonderful mountains and hills of central Portugal. We bought the quinta in November 2024 after a very long administrative back and forth and moved in mid-December, a bit quicker than we had anticipated. The house was built in the mid-80s, but since then no attempt at any modernisation was made. So even though this is not your classic Portuguese ruin renovation channel, we will have our work cut out for us to get everything in the 21st century. In this video, we'll give you a tour of the house itself so you can get a bit of an idea of what we're working with. A video of the land and all the outbuildings will follow in the very near future. If we'd done that in the same video, it would have been a feature film. So please stay tuned for that one in the next videos. The house itself then has 3 floors. The ground floor level is all basement and storage, spanning the entire footprint of the house. The first floor is the living area, where all of the rooms are located. The second floor is an attic or loft space, which, like the garage, spans the entire footprint of the house. And to get into the details of the living floor, I've got a nice little floor plan here. So as you can see on the first floor, there are an entry hall, kitchen, a good sized living room, a master bedroom with an ensuite toilet, 2 other bedrooms that will function as our home offices, and a bathroom with a shower and a toilet. This will all be more than enough space for the 2 of us, and the cat, of course. But I've been talking more than enough now in some kind of voiceover.
So let's go inside the house.
Welcome. Welcome to our organised mess.
This is the entry hall. The previous owners used this as sort of a lounge area. There was a sofa here. But for us it's an ideal combination of boot room and some storage. At the moment it's very improvised. There's still so much stuff to sort out that it's still a bit of a mess, but it's more organised than it used to be. Some nice things you can still see here is how they painted around the cabinet that was here before. This space already very much tells you the quality of the electrics here. This one still looks decent. There's for some reason an unused hole here. This one is just completely falling apart. So
it does still work, but
it works, but it's not particularly safe. But as we're doing up the house, we are planning on redoing all the electrics anyway. So until then, we'll get by. But for now, that's it. Welcome to the kitchen. This is our kitchen, but it still very much feels like someone else's kitchen. Cabinets are very dirty on the inside, so we only managed to clean a few. The other ones are beyond salvaging. This is also why we put some temporary shelves here to store our stuff until we have a new kitchen. Another thing that is very awkward here is that the kitchen workspace is very shallow and very low as well. So it both gives you a lack of space and a nice sore back if you try to do too many things here. So it's all a little bit up in the air, as well as our improvised cooker. Which is just the one induction hob that plugs in. At least it works, but it's all very temporary until we replace this kitchen, because it's almost like camping in your own home, the way it's set up at the moment. But it is a nice big space. And another thing that is quite nice here, that when the heating isn't working,
which is now.
There is a fireplace here at least, which can help keep us warm a bit. So yeah, that at least makes it a little bit cozy. But the decor and the furnishing is very much not what it will be once we properly get our hands on this.
So now we go into the living room, which is a actually massive space. You can see the cat's not having it on her cat tree over there. It is around 4 by 5 meters, so there's a lot of room to play with. We have obviously for now put all the furniture that we had already in here. So I've got our sofa and 2 chairs because it's Christmas Day today. We also have the Christmas tree up, which is not on yet because we've not been in here. And
that is something we can fix. There we go.
Ta-da! Fixed it. And so here we've got 2 massive sliding doors that go onto the balcony. We're not showing that at the moment because that cat would very much like to go out and she's not allowed yet. And then we have got the light. This big window as well to bring in some light and warmth in winter. It is going to be an interesting challenge to figure out how we are going to eventually arrange all of this. I don't think our current furniture fits this room well enough in terms of like the massive size of these chairs, for example. It's not ideal. I really should work on the camera work as well. This is horrendous. One of the things that we have invested in, again, because we didn't have any heating yet, is put in another wood burner, which is amazing. Don't ask how we got it up the stairs, because that's another story. Also a really lovely feature is this lovely chandelier that eventually we are yeah, it's not our taste. Let's just leave it at that. It's not our taste. So we've already bought some temporary lights.
Just a bit too low.
Yeah, just a bit too low. We are on average a bit taller than the average Portuguese person. So yeah, it's going rather quickly. We'll see if someone wants to have it for free, because it's not something that we want to repurpose or can repurpose anyway.
This is one of the 2 offices. For now I've claimed it, but we're already very much discussing that we are going to alternate, because this is the one with the good view. That's also why the desk is positioned a little bit awkwardly, maybe in the middle of the space, but it gives you this absolute wonderful view. And that's probably not something that is easy to get tired of. But it is a nice big space, so while we currently have a desk here, the rest is still quite empty, but we can put a gaming station / sim racing station here, and there's more space on the other side with stuff that is yet to be unpacked, or electronics in boxes and cabinets that are mostly empty.
And another amazing chandelier.
Yet another beautiful chandelier. Unfortunately, it is missing a piece of glass here as well, because of course we, and by we I mean I, walked into it with something tall, not realizing there was a lamp straight ahead of me. But yeah, it's a nice big office with a beautiful view.
And then we have my office, or if we are indeed going to do some sharing, one of our shared offices, which is basically a prison, as you can see, because it's the room with the least amount of view, unfortunately. It's a bit dark, it's on the non-sunny side, but having said that, it will be really nice and cool in summer probably. We might actually be removing these bars. We think it's safe enough to do so because it really makes it look like a prison, and I don't think it's needed. Oh, there is the daily dog again. We've got a dog, yeah, he's gone now. We've got a dog that just every day at the same time just crosses our land very purposefully and then just runs into the distance. It's weird. There's so many things we need to figure out. But yeah, really lovely space. Everything is set up ready for when the heating works again and when I actually have to work, which isn't in until the 6th of January, so that's good. Got my spinning bike here as well. Actually got a decent setup now, so I can actually put some nice YouTube videos on my screen and some music to use it again. And the temporary guest bed is here as well. So if you are friends and family coming to visit soon, this is probably where you'll sleep in prison. And then we also have a bathroom. It's again a really decent size for a bathroom. Really nice to have a space for the washing machine here. Decent shower, toilet, and a vanity unit as well, or whatever it's called. Again, not really our taste. Like every room in the house and everything around the house, this will be redesigned as well. But we'll leave in the space for the washing machine and maybe do some modernising of everything. Slightly bigger shower, but for now it's really it's a really good space. Although it would be nice if the heating would actually work.
And then this is where the magic happens.
No.
It is a bedroom. I really can't say much more. It's a bedroom. It has an ensuite. It has a very nice tiny toilet with a very low door. But a very large sink as well, so it is really awkward getting in here. There's not much space to work with. But it gives us an additional toilet, which can be useful at times. And then the final space in the house, with a door that sticks a little bit, is the second floor, which is, well, best described as an attic/loft space. Just like the workshop downstairs, it spans the entire footprint of the building. So this is quite a huge space. At the moment it's again a semi-organized storage of boxes and things yet to be given a place, but especially with the plans to do works on the house, we don't want to bring everything into our living spaces and then have to bring everything out again and then do the work and then bring everything back there again. So quite a few bits and pieces are probably going to be living here for a while, but it's really nice to have a fully dry and probably reasonably cool space as well. There's not, when we were here in summer, it wasn't too hot here either, despite being just under the roof. As long as by then we keep the shutters shut as well, especially on the sunny side. But it is absolutely massive and we don't need this much storage space, but it gives us some room to maneuver at least, which is nice. The only thing that's not so nice here is that there is absolutely no safety on the stairs, so you could just fall down here. There's no rail or anything, so that is definitely something we'll have to sort out pretty swiftly.
Because we all know how clumsy I am.
Yeah, even if just for our own sanity and safety. But that should not be too hard a task to do. This is the workshop slash
Basement.
basement. Well, it is the ground floor, but this is the space below the living area of the house. It goes fully across the entire footprint of the house. So it is a massive space to have to work with. Currently it's a semi-organized storage for stuff that we don't need in the house or need to be in a very dry space. It gives us a lot of space to both use as a workshop and to do storage.
Yeah, so as you can see, I think the floor will need some work. So we're probably going to put in a completely, a complete floor really. We'll have to find out how we can tackle that best. Where Renee is stood, you can see just about, I think, there's a bit of shrubbery in our basement. So we'll have to see what would be the best way in terms of like an underflooring, and then tiling, or maybe a cement layer. Who knows what's gonna happen there? But we have quite a while to figure that out. One of the really good things about having this basement, as you can see, like the ceiling, is that whatever we want to do in terms of like electricity and plumbing in the house, and moving things around, can all be done under the floor from here. So it gives us a lot of space to make those changes in terms of where we want our sockets, our electricity. But also if we want to move some plumbing bits, it's rather easily done. Famous last words. But it does make it a lot easier to reach things and to not have to have a lot of hidden plumbing in the house, which is a bit scary if you don't do it well enough. It also houses the boiler, by the way, that we installed in a record time of about an hour. There you go, there's the boiler. And even though we're still kind of struggling with the heat as we speak with our central heating, at least we have a warm shower. So that is really good. Oh, one thing that we missed out is that we have an adega here as well.
The old wine cellar.
You can go in.
It's not massive, but on the other hand, it is massive. Because imagine this space completely full of wine. That might be a bit too much. But again, it gives some additional storage. At the moment, we don't quite need it, but it does give us an opportunity of storing stuff that needs to be in a somewhat constant temperature. So for example,
Our beer.
we brew our own beer, and that can nicely be stored in there at a nice and consistent temperature throughout the year, which of course here can fluctuate quite a bit.
We have also made a new friend, which is this cat, who follows us everywhere. And we're telling him or her, I think it's a him, to enjoy it while he can, because as soon as our Lily
Is allowed out, I doubt she'll share the space, even though it's nearly 2 hectares. I don't think it'll be enough for her to share it with any other cats.
So thank you for watching, and we really hope you enjoyed this video. We are making them primarily for friends and family who live abroad and who can't just visit on a whim to visit us and to see how we're getting along with the house and the land and all the other projects that we're doing. And we wanted to give them a bit more information in a more tangible way than a blog. So hopefully, if you're friends and family, then you are really finding this useful and fun. But if you aren't friends and family and you do want to follow us along, then we would also like that too. So you're on YouTube, so you know how to subscribe below. And yeah, we would love it if you would share your experiences with us, your ideas, your solutions to the problems that we're facing. If you can let us know if we've made any big mistakes, and hopefully we'll read them in time, so we might still be able to correct them. So yes, this is a very new journey for us in terms of sharing this type of content, and we'll see where it goes. We are going to upload probably around a video a week from now on with our progress. and we hope you want to stay with us for the journey, and hopefully we will see you in the next video.